Shalom. Call Halim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And it says here Shalom to 144,000 and a 1/3. Now this is some news that was released a couple days ago. The president or the king of Iran has been killed in a helicopter crash. And they do suspect that it was an assassination. But I couldn't find an article with any evidence, just pure speculation for the most part. So let's dive straight in. Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi, a hardliner seen as a potential successor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah, was killed with his helicopter crash in poor weather in the mountains near Azerbaijan border, officials and state media said on Monday. The charred wreckage of the helicopter, which crashed on Sunday carrying Raisi, Foreign Minister Hossein, and his 6 other passengers and crew, was found early on Monday after an overnight search in blizzard conditions. So the Most High put these rulers of Iran, the Elamites, to death, man. And this is going to lead to Iran really speeding up their assault here on the U.S., all right, in those small hats. Regardless, it doesn't matter if this was an accident on purpose. This is going to cause a reaction. It's not everything over there is not going to stay the same. They're going to get riled up and really be cautious. You know, they've been speeding up their nuclear arsenal, their nuclear plans, and they've stated that they don't want nuclear missiles because it's not halal. That's what the Islamic religion, something that's like acceptable to their God, right? They call it halal, which is just a knockoff of the scriptures, because as we know, halal means praise in the Hebrew tongue, all right? Arabic, Islam, that's all just an offshoot or ripoff of the Israelites' heritage. So let's keep reading this one. I got a second one lined up. But before that, let's get let's go to second Ezra 15 chapter in verse 28. Behold, in horrible vision, in the appearance thereof from the east. So this east is also being referred to in let's go to Revelations just to make that point. Revelation 16 and 12, and it reads, and the 6th angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. So the kings of the east that is referring to are the Elamites, all right, Ishmael, and the other nations that are on that other side of the Euphrates River that's going to make their way to the land of Israel, man, and over here to the Americas, the U.S. Let's get this map of the Euphrates River. So this is the Euphrates River right here. As you can see, to the east of it, you got a little bit of Turkey, Armenia, Iran, got Ishmaelites, man, Iraq, Syria. Number Ishmaelites, Elamites, Ishlamites, man. Got Edomites over there. You got Ammon over there. You got all those nations over there that are gonna make their way here to the land of Israel and to the U.S. Let's go to Job. This is the book of Job. Actually, no, not Job. Joel 3. And verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. So that's what's going down with these Elamites, man, these Persians. This is what this is going to lead to. They're not going to back down. They're not going to stay the same. They're going to heat things up. And as you can see right here, the crash comes in a time of growing dissent within Iran over an array of political and social economic crises. Iran's clerical rulers face international pressure over Tehran's disputed nuclear program and its deepening military ties with Russia. So, as we know, Russia is going to be the guard unto these nations to take out quote-unquote Western hegemony, which, as we know in the scriptures, is the beast system. All right. Let's see if I can get that. This is Ezekiel 38:7. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And then I think this is the chapter where it gives a list of the nations, but a good thing, edifying thing I learned from the elder Tahar, Apostle Tahar, is that Meshech and Tubal is right now, as in today's time, Meshech is called Moscow, and Tubal, I forget what it was, but in Russia means what? Rashar in the Hebrew, chief prince. And this is what the scriptures refers to what I just said. Ezekiel 38:3, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And those names are still around today. We know them as Russia, Moscow, and I forget the other one for Tubal. But these names go back to Japhet. All right, Japhet was dwelling over there, and then Esau took that land over. Now this is verse 5, Persia, right? So this is the Iranians that are going to be under these Edomites, these Russian Edomites, when they start to bust moves against Western hegemony, starting with what? The U.S., United States of America. This is verse 7. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And we see that coming to fruition right now. It is just their ties are just going to strengthen. Now let's go into that article right here. Got more info on Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to read this part right here. And made great efforts to bring them to the level of strategic partnership. Right? Let's go back to this one. I think this one had more info about Russia and these Elamites, man. Because their true heritage is Elam. All right. So-called Indians, so-called Persians, Iranians. I think that's it for Russia. Now let's go back to Second Ezra's 15th chapter in verse 29, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, and Arabia just means a mixed multitude, all right, going into Ishmael mainly, shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. They all all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmenians. When you go into the history in that word of Carmenia, the Carmenians is talking about the Persians, okay? Raging in wrath, because a lot of people, mainly these fucking clueless Babylonians, man, they think that so-called Arabs and Iranians are the same people. They're not. They're two separate nations. Also, the Carmenians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. So they're going to be wreaking havoc. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians. And that's talking about Babylon the Great being that land of the Syrians being wasted. And how are they going to waste it? Of course, through missiles, mainly. All right? Let's get this... verse 40. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star, and that star that's being mentioned, all right, is nuclear ICBMs, nuclear missiles raining down, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place and horrible star. Now there's another account of those nukes being referred to as stars. Yeah, my thing's glitching out. Hold on. All right, let's try again. This is Revelation 6 and 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And there's another one I want to get. I think it's Matthew, the 24th chapter. And those stars are these nuclear missiles. Because when you see a nuke, in particular ICBM flying in the sky, all you see is the fuel, the engine being propelled, and it looks like a twinkling star. You don't actually see the missile. Matthew 24 and 9, Matthew 24th chapter and verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. And those stars, is not the literal stars of heaven, man. All right, it's these nukes that are going to fly in the heavens and rain down on this place known as America and the land of Israel. Now let's get this right here, because the least of the flock is going to be the reason why things go bad for them. This is Jeremiah 50. And 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. So these small hats is going to get the U.S. in trouble, and themselves in trouble, and they're both going to get nuked. All right, but the land of Israel being wiped out is not going to be as much of a spectacle as the U.S., because the U.S. is going to get annihilated. 200 million nukes is going to rain hell. That's that lake of fire right there, here in the U.S. And these Iranians are going to be a part of that. So their nuclear arsenal that they have quote unquote haven't started yet, aka the ICBMs, they are going to get them, and they're going to use them. And with that, I say shalom.